Missed. All right. We're here. Let me check something. Still running pretty damn hot after all this. So we'll see if the stream holds. If it doesn't, this might not be a very long stream. I don't plan on pushing it like I did earlier today. But I thought I did a bunch of deep cleans. I did a whole bunch of things to the PC to see if I can shave a few degrees off of it. I did. So we'll see. We'll see. Maestro. 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 Just not working, are you, Maestro? Let me see. There's a good chance that like it's not. I updated a bunch of drivers. Oh, yeah, it's listening to the wrong thing, for one. Maestro. Yeah, I updated a bunch of drivers. That was part of it. So, there we go. Skip track. Not bad, but skip track. Skip track. Laguna Mota. Absolutely go check it out, but skip track. It's depressing. Metal. We can go with this. I'm okay with this. Added a few tracks, but like there's almost 300 in this list, so there's a good chance that we don't come across them very often.
Dollar coins.
There we go, cool.
Said.
And that's working.
Virtual hug.
Virtual hug indeed, brother. Virtual hug. Welcome, welcome. So we're just gonna hang. We're gonna see if this thing works. If it'll survive. We did shave a couple degrees. Off of it. Even when it's running this super hot. Let me boost up the fan speed for the hell of it. Let's see if I can shave a couple more degrees off. Alright.
Dollar coins. Said. Those iron tokens sure took a number off you.
So many numbers. I wish I knew what you meant. I don't know what you're referencing. I don't know. Maybe that's what they took from me. They took my memory. That's it. That's gotta be. That's it. It just is. Alright, so let's see what else we got. Ooh, this one's got a lot.
Dollar coins.
Nice.
Said.
Came to one of the songs.
It's coyote talk. Ignore it.
That seems like the plan with it. That makes sense. Yeah, hi kid. How you doing? Did you finish your bone? Yeah. And so you came to bug dad. Right when he starts, you finish your bone. Alright. Just how things go, man. So we got a few tracks like this now in there. Which it's no actual Watanabe soundtrack, but we'll see. Samurai Champloo stuff's still in here because it wasn't hit. So we'll see if it just was missed. As we continue streaming, I would love at least one of those soundtracks to be here. I really want the Space Dandy. How it goes. No, actually, I don't need the straw anymore. There's no crushed ice in there. Alright, so let's do the first thing on this list. Skip track. There's a lot of... This stuff works, it's fine. Skip track. Skip track. There you go. You gotta enunciate, man. Enunciate. Always with the enunciating. Oh, this is an Elder Lord track. I'm good on that. Yes, I'm with this. They only last about a minute apiece, most of the songs that I have, so nothing overstays its welcome in the stream, which is nice. Did the shave off? Yeah. holding at 80C, but we're not like creeping to 86 and such, so that's nice. Still like it to go below to the 70s, but it gonna do what it gonna do. It gonna be what it gonna be. And so we're gonna see what it gonna be. Alright. Oh, there's a thing I want to do. There's a thing I can do. I don't know how easy it's gonna be. We'll find out together. Hey, Lita. You don't want none of that. Hi, Lita. You saying hi to the kitty cat? Yeah, there's a kitty cat. It'll open. And once it does, my God. Impressed by the power of that. Just give it some time. Oh, it has to open Steam first. Yeah. 3 alitas is too many.
Dollar coins. Said.
Tres
We need
alitas.
3 alitas. Dollar coins.
Tres alitas
Said.
amigas.
Alita, Alito, and Ale2.
Ale 2. I like Ale 2. I know you meant Alito, but it thought you said Ale 2. Alita, Alito, and Aleto. I like it. I like it. I do. Alright. So we're gonna try and transparency another
Dollar
image.
coins.
Might not work.
Said. And Bob.
I told you it's Referdo. It's gonna be Referdo is if I get a second dollar. It's Referdo. And people are gonna hate it and I don't care. Because I love it. Alright, Referdo. What I need, it will be in this one. It'll be in I bet I could get it without the lettering, but I'd have to ask for it. So instead we'll just cut it out and see if the lettering's in the way or not. It's in the way. Shoot. Well, what we'll do, we crop this sucker.
Dollar coins.
It can be done.
Said. Alberto is fine.
Alberto. Roberto is what it would be, but yeah, sure. No, change backgrounds. Finger's gonna be in the way too. It's alright, I'll crop it again. Continue. Edit. Skip track. Some a bit more energy than that. So I have a place for this image is the reason why we're doing this. If I can get it right. I just gotta crop it again after we're done. That'll be fine. Alright, fly. Crop again. Cancel. Finish. Crop. Just have to crop it here, and then here. That's fine. Apply. Cool. File. Save as. PNG. Save. You guys won't be able to hear me in a second while I do this. So deal with it. Alright. Did the thing before I forgot to do the thing. Because I would have forgotten to do that. I would have. Alright, we holding so far? We're holding so far. Good. Alright. What's next? Nothing at the moment. Man, I even cut my mouth if I pick that up. Enjoy.
Dollar Coins said, I like your mic. Cody looks pro.
Oh,
unlike mine,
God.
BB.
Here, watch. I'll show you what I got. It's totally reasonable. Like, I wouldn't say this is like a pro streamer mic. Like, no. But it does the work. I bet I could make it sound much better than I do. I just don't know what I'm doing, right? So, give me a second. I'll pull it on up. Hopefully it won't dox me. That's my only concern.
Yeah, looks like we got him.
Because where I'm going to get it is my purchase history. So I don't remember. It's called a toner, but that's just the brand that tells me what all of this here. Yeah, that's not a biggie. Oh no, I can easily, I can avoid this. I just gotta do it right. There's all my streaming gear. So this is the camera and this is the mic. So let me exit this. Oh, it wouldn't dox me anyway either. So this is the camera I'm using. I had to have something that had the camera shut off, even though I usually unplug it. Works good. I like the ring light on it. Primarily, it's working good for the drawing stream.
Dollar
I don't
Coins
use it when I'm actually streaming.
said, BTW Cody, do you burn your own garbage or do you have pickup in your area?
Alright, this is the mic. Oh wow.
Dollar Coins
It's 40% off right now.
said,
$30 mic.
cool camera.
Yeah, that's the camera I use. This is the mic. I spent more on the camera than the mic. I don't think you'll want to use the camera, but $30 mic. It looks nice. The mic stand was twice as much as the camera, or it's twice as much as the mic. The mic stand was like $70. The boom and all that. I got it at a musician supply store. I took the money instead of what it was actually priced. This is a cool cat. But anywho, do I burn my own garbage? Paper waste? Yes. I burn my paper waste. Or I recycle it in some other sense. For like, as hippie and green obsessed as this town is, we can barely afford to keep a recycling center open. So it's very rare you can get rid of paper waste. Aluminum waste a lot of the time, and glass waste some of the time. Very little glass waste, honestly, most of the time. But garbage-wise, we do have pickup around here, but I don't do that. I take it directly to the dump myself in the back of the truck. So I don't burn that garbage. I just load it in the back of the truck and we dump it off at the landfill. Or I dump it off at the landfill. Like, I gotta do that once every 3 months, something like that. I just load the back of the truck and dump it.
Dollar Coins said, you can put paper in a bin filled with earth rooms and make some good compost.
Oh, interesting. Did not know that. So this one shows that it has a steel mesh. And it does. Okay. Okay. So this mic actually does look like that. It just came with pop filter. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, actually. Probably a good thing. I'm going to leave that fuzz on there.
Dollar Coins said, I will add that mic to my wish list.
If it sounds good enough for you, man, this works for me. It was cheap, right? It's not a bad price. I think I paid full, and right now it's 40% off, which is pretty cool. Comes with, of course, it comes with the pop filter, which was nice. It's kind of why I wanted it. It came with its own little mini mic stand for your desk or whatever, so you don't need to spend anything on the crane, that I've got. But I needed the crane because I don't sit at a desk; I sit on a couch. Yeah, that was an extra bit. But yeah, this is the mic. This is the mic I use. Nothing like incredible, but it does its job. Oh man, it's playing the funk tracks. I'm so happy. So these things shouldn't get hit. Is my hope. These tracks should not get hit. But yeah, salute. I want to drink a little bit. We'll hang out a little longer. I don't know if there's something else I can do to be entertaining, but my main point is to see if all the TLC I put into the PC will actually be worth something. I'm only still using straw because I don't have anywhere else to put it. All right. There you go. That was free. You're welcome. All right. Let's see. Anything else going down? Not particularly.
Dollar Coins said, "You get a $3 coupon with the mic too, so it's 26.99.
Nice! Alright, that's pretty good. Again, I like this mic. It's significantly better than my old headset mics I was using forever when I was streaming. Significantly better. Again, it's not pro. It's not pro quality, I wouldn't say that, but it does its job. It's definitely a good introductory so that you sound alright, I think. For me, I don't know. I like it. But for price, man, that's great. It's a couple bones. I can deal with that. Is that live stream still going? Stream snipe. Oh, it is still going. I'll just mute it. Oh, he's chilling right now. Alright, we'll stream snipe a little bit. Maestro? I'm gonna stream snipe.
Connecting people to customers.
So draw and talk.
Yeah. I mean, if you join, if you
on Global
log
Comics.
in, if you create an account, I mean, you're immediately put into their newsletter, and in your email they go, "Hey, check out these. These are our top 8 reads," and you can go, "This is the genres I'm interested in." Yeah, I'm planning on putting all my comics on Global.
Yeah, Cody with Jack Irons has had a lot of success getting readers from there. I think that's been, I don't know, but I believe that his that generated some more attention for his last campaign.
20,000 views.
Yeah,
on issues 1 and 2. Can people though these are free, but this one, do you have to buy it?
Yeah, they have some where you can put a certain number of free pages on there, or you can have the whole thing be free, or people can purchase. The way they have it set up is you buy a number of page reads from Global Comics. You can subscribe for a certain number for months, and yeah, I am Neo. If you go to our idealcomics.net, there's on the serials drop down. There's Ideal Comics on Global Comics, and that'll take you to our main page.
I wonder.
Dollar Coins said,
how this goes.
"Cody, you still own all your rights.
Of,
That's worth it."
So worth it.
He brought in 20. I'm always I'm always as
Dollar Coins
my job in marketing. I have
said,
to be able to.
And
I'm
it's top quality book too by
revenue in.
professionals.
So if I were to go to my boss and go,
This is
"Hey,
true.
I got 20,000 views on our comic," my boss would go, "What did that do in sales? What's the conversion rate?" So
see, and that's what I'm terrible at. We've been doing this for a long time, but we don't make money. I have no idea how to convert sales to it. I know, like, we're going to be trying some stuff out. I know one of our projects, I'm reformatting Z-Bytes for print edition. The first issue of that for Chris Lore. And we'll be publishing that hopefully by our mini-con in October. Our local comic community here in Scottsbluff hosts a mini-con at our local mall. It's free for everyone.
That's cool.
For presenters and for patrons to come in. We have a lower middle class community, and so we want to give people the excuse to spend money on comics and doodads at the con. And we want to encourage people to come to our little town from Colorado and Wyoming and other parts of Nebraska, so we make it cheap. And
Nice.
I'll stop stream sniping soon. It's kind of rude, but
man, I was
nonetheless,
so,
they're talking about me, so
I've been burned for the last 2 years of free comic book day, where like in my town, like
by the way, I might as well, just to be fair, this is the link to the
and
actual
people-
stream,
I
so
would
go
do
to that,
typically
check it
anywhere
out,
from,
subscribe to
$300
Draw and Talk, please.
and save
Wonderful channel, great
in, like,
friend.
2 or 3 hours.
Like, please sub.
Last year I made $0, and then this year I made $0. And the one person and everyone thing that everyone was interested in was my acrylic standee of the growth of Megafist. I'm like, oh, this is cool. Maybe I'll get this. I'm like, you don't know anything about this, chick. Why are you buying this? Go buy the book. Like,
She's pretty.
yeah, but I'm like, you don't know anything about this character. Like, and like, I'm like, and it got to a point where I was so pissed off. I was like, listen, you buy the book, I'll give you the standee for free. And they go, no, like, not interested in the book, just like the character. And I'm like, oh, like I'm never.
Yeah, the characters on every page.
So I was like, man, I'm never doing this. I'm never doing, like, after last year, I was like, I'm never gonna do free comic book day again. And then this year, I was like, man, I'm definitely never doing free comic book day again. People in my hometown, like, they're just not buying comics from indie creators like they used to.
It's tough. It's tough out there. No
So,
question.
Jack, this is Cody says, made me about $300
Still being
off
called
of Global
Jack.
Comics so far in terms of raw sales. No clue directly, but the free entry point has always been key to our sales and crowdfunding efforts.
Yeah, and that's what we've always tried doing too. Is our original plan was to just give enough free online where people can buy
Sage had
into
a
our
good
universe,
question.
and then when we have a physical product, then they can say, "Ooh, I want to know more about this place."
How many
Fair.
did we sell?
But I like one thing we've come to from going to cons
20.
and stuff is that you can't sell universes at a table on a con. Like, that's something that or maybe I can't. Right. And so I'm really trying to focus on individual stories. And one thing that I know that that I'm going to try to get done also by our mini con is get a manga sized of the first year's worth of stories of the first like 120 pages of Forces. So it'll be formatted. It'll be manga. We're calling it manga sized Forces of Good and Evil, and it's going to be the size of just like a print manga. Of Force of Good and Evil, and it's that first year of stories. So it's that first like 7 stories that make up that first 120 pages.
Nice.
And if that goes okay, then we're going to look at taking the rest of the archives and putting them in in grayscale, and
We'll stop
and
stream
go
sniping
through and
soon.
color them and all that kind of stuff. But you can read them for free in color on Webtoons.
There you go.
Or on forceofgoodevil.net.
Yeah, guys, I've put the links I've put the links all in the chat so you guys can check out. I mean, guys, we
Okay,
all
let
love
me
free
see.
comic books,
Let me
and,
see.
They're free.
thanks
I
to
would
Matt
totally
for
share it on here
saying,
too. Here it
Here's
is.
a free comic that you don't have to pay.
And
me.
here's his website too. Matt's platformed me many
If you want
times.
to pay us money,
Totally
you do have
worth
a
checking out
There
his
we go.
stuff.
You can link, which is linked on.
Let me go ahead, and that's his stuff. The link in chat
I mean,
there,
you'll
and then of
come
course
from
this
it,
is
you'll
their
come from it,
website, which I always recommend you
And,
folks have a website if you're doing
Basically,
this.
whenever I get a project
Crazy hard
done,
work.
a page of it done, it goes on to the Patreon.
Oh, he would have
first
put it in
before
again.
we put it
Oh,
on
well.
the web, if it's going on the web.
Oh,
or
he has a
if it's
Patreon
going,
too. Nice.
Our back in 2019, we crowdfunded for a book, and we had an artist bail on us, and so
Ooh,
oh my, he had some life stuff go on. I can't blame him.
I'm gonna have to take another shot
I
here.
can a
shortly.
little bit because I want.
I'm gonna have to
done.
stop
But,
stream sniping. I feel bad.
Me and one of the other creators are working on trying to finish it, slowly.
All right.
Those pages, as they get done, they go up on the Patreon, and so If you're backing at our faithful level, anytime we go to print, we print some off, and we make sure our faithful backers get those physical copies. Which that's a couple probably once a year we get new stuff printed out, whether it's mini comics, or whether it's bigger stuff. So
Nice. That's awesome.
That'll be that. So yeah, we don't do the full gang, the full treatment like the Rags crew does. Brian makes all of us look bad.
Their Patreon's intense.
It's intense. Well, you're doing something pretty close to what they're got going, don't you, Tyler? Brian's like, so I remember tweeting saying, "Hey, I want to do Patreon. Should I do it?" And then Brian called me on the phone, and when your phone rings and it says Brian Ball, and I'm like, you pick up.
You pick up, and so I was like,
because if you don't,
he'll roast you. So
he'll keep calling you. Right?
Yeah. So
what are you doing? You're too busy picking the call.
Dude, he called me one time at like 2 a.m. drunk. And
All
I was
right,
like,
we're done.
I have an idea. And I was like, okay. He goes,
all right, we're done stream sniping. I feel bad. But, good timing, right? Like, my ear was burning. My global comic sense was tingling. But, okay. We're back. Maestro. Yeah, I know. I had to stop. It's rude.
Said, know the snipe.
It's rude. Links are in chat. Go watch them. Way more entertaining than me. They're actually having a conversation. I'm just sitting here drinking alone and listening to music. Like, woo! But yeah, I don't know. My sense was tingling. Oh, come on. Okay, fine. It's just funny that they were still streaming. We could stream snipe somebody else too, but Red Bull caffeine at night. Madman!
Drinking alone too. Drinking Red Bull.
Madman! Sugar and caffeine. Getting those wigs. Me, it's just cheap vodka. It's not very good. I'm not getting vodka again. I grew up drinking. Late teens when you're doing that stupid stuff.
The Flock Comics group said, "What is up?"
Salud, Flock. Salud.
Dollar coins.
Drinking a bit.
Said,
Stream snipe Tyler
let's
for a minute.
watch some Indian and Middle Eastern food stall people make delicious food.
It's not a bad idea. Basically what we're doing, Flock, is my computer here throughout the day. I did a couple streams. I had a wonderful 4.5 hour draw stream. Went great, finished it, went to town, did my stuff, came back, wanted to stream again. The computer kept overheating and my wireless card would die for a second, and that was enough to kill the stream, and then reset it on YouTube, reset it on everything. That happened like 4 times. So I stopped streaming that time, or else I would have still been streaming technically. So I stopped that, cleaned out the computer, ran antivirus software, did all kinds of crazy shit, and now we're testing to make sure that it doesn't happen again. So that I've got it nailed down, the computer's not overheating and stuff, and I'm having some vodka and just chilling out, listening to some tunes, seeing part of what these streams are right now is testing out what kind of music gets caught and what doesn't. This Mushishi stuff, it's fine, which is great. I love it. It's super calming. It's just like bells and rattles and stuff. I love it. It's very mystical. I guess we're gonna look at Indian and Middle Eastern food style people make delicious food. Okay, so that's the idea, dollar coins, but I need more of a direction. I could type that into YouTube. Indian and Middle Eastern food style people make delicious food. Bad vodka. It's Smirnoff. It's cheap. It's low end vodka. It's not good.
The Flock Comics group said,
all right, fine,
ouch.
Robot lady.
Vodka what kind?
Smirnoff. So I would I was telling a story before we went to Middle Eastern food. So Smirnoff was my go-to forever when I was a teenager drinking, right? A little older teenager, to be fair. forever was that I was trying all different kinds of stuff, right? But Smirnoff vodka was like the go-to for a long time. Then I did Jägermeister for a while. But recently it's been tequila that works. But I was like, I'll try vodka again, and I've regretted it.
Food stall.
Kid works at food stall. That's what we'll look at. But anyway, I regret this bottle. The first time I drank it got me really sick. Then another time it was all right. And so we're almost done with this bottle. I don't know if we'll finish it tonight or not. It's working fine, but man, the first time I drank vodka again after switching to tequila for so long. So I think I'm going to go back to vodka. Or to tequila for the time being. Because that has not failed me. The worst alcohol. I bought a gallon. A $16 when I was a kid. I bought a $16 gallon of scotch. $16 gallon.
Titos and lime soda make waves in my nights.
Right now I'm doing. I've got a cranberry lime mix that I'm chasing
Dollar
it
coins.
with.
Said. My brother regrets every expensive bottle he buys and always asks me to pour them down the sink if he has a bad stupor.
That's the thing
Flock
too.
Comics Group. Said. Titos and Kool-Aid is dangerous for me.
I could see that. I've been dumb. I've definitely given myself close to alcohol poisoning a couple times being an idiot. That $16 gallon of scotch, it gave me alcohol poisoning, man. I didn't drink the gallon. No, I drank enough to think I was going to get drunk off it, like what I drink of more expensive stuff. And man, I was so sick. I was so sick for so long. I've learned. Eventually I will stop drinking. But for now, once in a while, it allows me to loosen up. Because I am a fucking tight ass. Okay, kids. What was the term? What was the term here? Kid works at food stall. Here we go. All right, maestro. We need the silence. Child has nothing to eat at school. That just sounds depressing.
Said.
Neighborhood calls the police on a kid who
My bro bought this $150 octopus Kraken bottle. He wrecked him in a single night.
$150? I think the most I've spent on a bottle was with my dad was like an $80 bottle of Hennessy. It was one of our birthdays. I think the birthday before the last birthday I was able to share with him. We had that. I've still got the bottle. Very small bottle you get for the amount of money. But it was wonderful. He liked cognac. I've never had cognac at that point. It was a good experience. I'm very very grateful for it. But that's the most I think I've spent on a bottle. When I want to treat myself, I'll go from the $30 to $50 range. But my average is usually, what is it? 15 to 20 is usually what I'll spend if I'm like going to drink something. Like this was 14, I want to say. The kind of stuff that you're buying just to get drunk, not to drink. Not great. Chip and Dale's audition from Seinfeld came up with kid works at food stall. Let's look at this. Is the algorithm that we're fighting right now on this channel. This is the algorithm. It's terrible. I don't have a button for it. I need to program my Stream Deck so I can turn on and off display capture. I could do that now, but I'm too...
Said.
But look.
Sent you link.
Kid works at food stall. The excellent SNL sketch with Patrick Swayze and Chris Farley. What does that have to do with anything? I don't know. I do not know. But let's see the link he wants us to watch here. Now that we're done stream sniping Tyler, I kind of feel bad about that. Here you go. Send a link. Amazing small boy manages everything. Must hardworking. I just love it. I just love the must hardworking selling tasty bell. Okay, this is excellent. 4 minutes. We're gonna watch. Oh, we're not ready. We're not ready. Okay, you ready? Brace yourselves for delicious street food. Which is not something I've ever really experienced, to be fair. Biggest city I've ever been in, didn't even have food trucks. Street food's not a thing I'm used to. Like where I'm at, not a thing. We don't even have food trucks. We have small like restaurant pop-up kind of things, and only like a couple of them. But yeah, no street food. What is that, cucumber he's chopping up? I don't know my food. I just eat it. Man, are you trying to make me hungry? Oh, I had a good sandwich earlier. I think that's what I'm going to do after this stream. Is I'm going to make myself another of those good sandwiches. Yeah. Are those cucumbers? I don't even know what those are. I don't even know. I'm a Philistine.
Coins said, "Don't eat street food that serves fish dough."
Yeah, I wouldn't. Like most meat I wouldn't do. Like maybe pork, because pork's bad almost no matter what. Like it's hard to ruin pork because it starts as pork. But like beef, even like a street burger, maybe a food truck burger. I'll go for a food truck burger. And of course I do a hot dog. Hot dog's another thing like pork, right? That starts off as like it's already not great, so it can't get much worse. Just a big tub. Was it some kind of curry or something? I don't know. It looks good. It does look good. It does look good. I like whatever that bread or cracker looking stuff in the bag is. That looks really tasty. And then I guess you have it with this on top of it, whatever this is. Oh, it's probably tasty. I have no idea though. Again, I'm a food philistine. Yeah, that stuff. That stuff looks really good. Flies and all. Yeah. You just have it with it. Yeah, it makes sense. Man, city life. Completely different than what I'm used to. Completely different. A lot less solitary, I'll tell you that.
Said, "Coyote should own a couple of food stalls," adding to the docket.
Some coyote dogs. Gotta have some coyote dogs. A coyote on bread. Gotta have that. It's basically just what was it, a ham sandwich? With a coyote on bread. Make a little salsa on it, right? This looks delicious. I'm hungry now, dollar coins. I'm hungry. Why would you do this to me? Why would you do this to me?
Dollar Coins said, "There."
There indeed.
Dollar Coins said, "There'll be some in New Deadwood too." Dollar Coins
Oh, got it.
said, "It's a franchise."
It's a franchise. Oh, and then drizzle something on it. I do know Indians are like big hand eaters. So like you don't need like utensils. And that's the big thing like with this. Look at that. Look at that. I don't know what it is, but it's probably tasty. Probably tasty. Let me try to pronounce it because it says it right here. Belpuri. I don't know. BH can be pronounced many different ways. But yeah, that was delicious, dollar coins. Why are you showing me delicious?
Like, you know, Black Ops, like in the middle of like the Cold War. You gotta be freaking kidding me, man.
Yeah, for
Dollar
everyone.
Coins
So yeah.
said,
Sorry, I was stream sniping.
"And they
again.
add a super amount of spices on their food."
Yeah, that's the thing, right? It's whatever that dark red sauce was. I bet would blow your tongue to bits. Fucking amazing. I like the thumbnail that we got now that we were looking at food. The maestro decided it was dance party time. when I said thumbnail or something along that line. Don't ask me. I just work here. All right. Let's see. Display capture. It's too far. It was boogie time. It was boogie time. Apparently, we were
coins.
overdue a boogie. Apparently,
Said. Bougie.
it was bougie time. All right. But display capture though. Our thumbnail now looks delicious. Never had a food-based thumbnail, but now we do. Now we do, and I think that's the key to our continued success. It's food-based thumbnails. I don't know why I went to a boogie. I guess I can say boogie on down, and that could trigger the dance trigger. I haven't done that for a while, though. I spent a lot of time on that thing. I don't know how often it would come in use. But I guess whenever the AI decides, it's time. It's time for a dance. I'm not going to say it. I can't say it. If I say it, it'll happen. In my small mind, from the increased amount of excellence that the stream will then contain. Let's see. Is there anything else? Oh, Maestro. Maestro. No. This is the wrong mood, Maestro. You can do better. You must do better. No, you need to do better. Skip track. Oh, he's just mad at me now. He's not happy at all with me. Skip track. Oh yeah, he's not happy. He doesn't want to give me any. He's pissed. I stopped the dance. He's just mad at it. Okay, we can breathe with this a little bit. It's still pretty intense. He's not happy. Hey, it's okay. What is this? It's a lot of drums. We're going with a lot of drums. Let's just do the lot of drums.
Said. Shalukit. The maestro is taking over.
Well, I mean, that was the point. I can't do this alone. So I hired a robot master in Italian to run the music. That's what we do. This must be one of the tracks I added. I mean, it does have funky bass, but it's got so much drums. But I don't even know what's going on in this track. I'm gonna have to bring this track. All right, 48 minutes of uptime, no problems. Love it. Let's see what the temperature of the computer is. Still above 80, which bugs me. So, all right. There we go. Something a little more chill, Maestro. Alright, so my motherboard sucks. In terms of it has like no room for expansion. It's a very simplified motherboard. I bought a pre-built PC, right? Because I just needed something better at that time. My old PC had died, all of that fun stuff. Spent a good chunk of change on it, but I wanted something that I knew was going to be strong and work for a while and wasn't going to have problems. I love this computer. It's done great work. But the motherboard has no room for expansion. So right now, it only had one space to plug in and extend, something else, and it was for a liquid cooling pump, is what the extension was labeled, but I use it to power an extra fan because I don't have a liquid cooling pump. I may have to look into a liquid cooling system for this if it's going to be like this. I don't know why it's like this. I've had this PC for years at this point. So I don't know why it's like this this last week. But that's something I'm going to have to consider. Maybe just instead of that bonus fan, we'll do a liquid cooling pump. It's a pain in the ass kind of setup, but it might be significantly better for the CPU than this. Because, of course, I run the CPU overclocked. If I didn't run it overclocked, it'd probably be no problem. Oh, cool. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. M. This I could deal with. I bet it's gonna get funky in a second. Yeah. Yeah, see, I had to go look for some royalty-free funk because we needed funk, we need the mysticism, we need the metal, we need a variety of flavors here in Armorverse Comics because we're a multi-faceted, multi-genre creative expression. What? We might snipe this for a second because this is what? When I get the funk track, I gotta snipe this. We're pausing the funk because this might piss me off. What am I talking about? I really appreciate this guy. So this is his second channel called Pros and Cons, but I totally recommend subscribing to Comic Tropes. He does amazing comic breakdowns. Very cool cat. Rights to Stan Lee. Are we gonna get holographic ghost The Dead Will Rise Stan Lee in MCU films? I mean, I don't. That's the direction society's going. So I'm not like surprised, but I can still be horrified and exceedingly disappointed that we will not let the dead rest. Is that a thing?
Dollar Coins
Oh,
said,
please no.
"We will soon get the bio movie of Stan Lee."
Like, that could be okay. I'm okay with a biographical movie. Like, that's been done forever. You know, that's fine. Just give me a second. What does this mean? Because I don't want him put in a fake Stan Lee with somebody pretending to have his voice or an AI construction of his voice, because I know that's a thing with deep fakes now, to put him in movies in the future. Like, okay, it's worth discussing. It is disgusting, but it's worth discussing. And the actor will meet the cameo hologram version, right?
And the actor will meet the cameo hologram of him in the movie.
Yeah, no, this is a thing. This is a thing. Holy shit. Marvel gets rights to use Stan Lee's likeness in future projects and merchandise. It's been 4 years since he's passed. Go away. But his legacy will continue to live on as Marvel is to keep his memory. And I get that. So that from that specific perspective, keeping the memory alive is a good thing. I'm totally fine with that. But I'm very conflicted about raising the dead and making them create new things. Or a facsimile, a facade of them creating new things. That's a line we haven't really messed with much. I don't know. It really ensures that Stan, through digital technology and archival footage and other forms, will live in the most important venue, the Marvel movies and Disney theme parks. Death is no rest anymore. Fuck. I don't know. I'm very conflicted on this, but like I very much lean towards, dude, let people rest. Like, immortality in technology is not something to be sought. It is something to be terribly feared. It's going to be interesting to see if it includes a digitized Stan Lee cameos in future MCU fuse. Thank God somebody said that. If they do, that'll just feel a tad bit weird. Just saying. Thank God somebody else feels like me, because it feels fucked up. Even if they don't go that route, which is fine with me, they'll be able to use his voice from audio recordings and his likeness from footage that's already been shot. Like, that's fine. I'm cool with that. That was his creative journey. It's part of his life that already happened. It's not this weird pseudo-zombie resurrection bullshit. audience revered Stan? Well, yeah. And if it's done with taste and class, that's the big one. And respectful of who he was, yes. Which we've already seen what the family will do, which tried to NFT him like crazy. I'm waiting for the robot lady to quote you,
Dollar Coins.
There we go.
Said. Oops. I'm going OT Hollywood to settle this.
Okay, you tell me how it goes. Smack some heads for me, alright? He has a beloved personality, and long after you and I are gone, he will remain an essence of Marvel. My question is, will they use him as a fucking meat puppet? I don't know. I'm gonna have to, like, another time talk about this and think it through on stream. Because one of the few viral tweets I got was talking about Stan Lee meat puppet. So it's kind of part of my brand at this point. Stan Lee meat puppet, no bueno. In fact, yeah. And out. Alright, let's bring back the funk. Alright. I'll let the funk ground me. God, they got old. Tears for Fears, guys. Saw a cowboy hat. Gotta wear a cowboy hat. That's the rules.
Dollar Coins.
It does! I think the TLC.
Your stream is holding up, it looks like.
I think I prayed. Oh. I totally need this. I totally need this. Yes. Yes. This is necessary. It needs to go on everything. It's as an in case, right? Like if things are going wrong, it needs to come on. Very few people will get it. I don't care. I really don't care. Oh, it's way more clear than I want it to be. Let's see if I can find something better. Yeah, this one's better. Oh, that's significantly better. When things are working, we praise the mechanicum. The machine spirit is willing. All right. The holy incense has been burnt. But yeah, no, it looks like it's working. So, let's praise the machine spirit real quick. And then from there, we're good. Just got to make sure. All right. But no, it does. So the next test would be a game. So check this out. So we're not doing a game, but I do want to show you, like, I'm not happy with the temperature. Like, I'm not happy at all.
Dollar
where
coins.
the temperature is right now.
Said. Face screaming in fear Cody now works for Bill Gates. Dollar coins. Said.
Pretty sure he's
And
not the
Zuckerberg.
Mechanicus. Pretty sure they try. They are Borgs. Mechanicus is very much a Borg. But close enough, dollar coins. But as you can see, so the graphics card, it's actually like I cleaned out that dust. It was insane amount of dust. That was stupid of me not to check that sooner. The graphics card's holding like easily 3 degrees lower, 4 or 5 degrees lower than it was before, which was fine. It was holding fine. But the PC, the CPU, still like super hot for like what I would like to see. I'd like to see it when I'm streaming at like 70, 73, 75, but it's holding at 82. When it was cutting out, it was like at 87, 86, right? So
Dollar
we're
coins.
better, but we're not
Said.
fixed.
82 still.
Exactly. After cleaning, blowing, moving the fans, cleaning out all the ventilation areas, right?
Dollar
So part
coins.
of it, I'll let you speak.
69 to 75 is the sweet spot.
Bingo. Exactly. That's the thing. So right now it's overclocked. So that's part of the problem right now is that the CPU is running about 700 megahertz more than it's designed to. So that's part of it, right? So like if I had it at its regular megahertz, it probably would be running in that sweet spot. Probably closer to the high end of that sweet spot, but it'd be running in that sweet spot. So this I think is okay, but I still bet I could take this down further, and I think liquid cooling would be the way to do that. But I don't know how much I want to go that way right now. But because this is a 3.2, and it's running at 3.9 right now. It'll go all the way up to like 4.2, depending on like what we're doing, right? So it's doing all right. Skip track. I don't think that one will work. Oh, this track's not any good either. Skip track. Sure. So I think we're okay, but like, there's ways to improve what's going on here. Also, so I have my PC on its side to fit in my, what would you call this, home theater shelf setup. And so I think this PC also is designed to be, like most PCs, straight up and down. So it's not venting how it's designed to either. So that's my fault. I think it would probably lose 1 or 2 degrees if it was up and down instead of how I have it. So I tried to mitigate that again by adding another big old fan in there. And that big old fan is running. I think we're okay. But that's the thing. So it's doing all right. But the graphics card is like down by like 5 Celsius, which is incredible. That was dumb of me not to clean it earlier. So we're doing all right. I do need to make a key for display capture on my Stream Deck at some point. I do it too often. I'm gonna get the air conditioner on again too. So the air conditioner's off right now, and I'm warm. And part of it's the alcohol, I'm sure, but a lot of it is other things. So, doggo stream until I return. Enjoy Sleepy Alita. She is the best. Regular Alita's pretty good too. That's Sleepy Doggo, and we also have the Sleepy Gato. Sleepy Doggo, Sleepy Gato. Sleepy Gato, Sleepy Doggo. principi enema. I don't know Spanish. I know muy poquito Spanglish. muy poquito Spanglish. All right, let's see. Alright, the Mechanicus has been praised long enough. We don't want to overdo the Mechanicus. We're asking for trouble for you. Alright. This track's not too bad. Okay, we're gonna try something. We should try a game to see if it crashes. Oh, Lita keeps... I don't know if you guys could hear that, but Lita keeps moaning because I'm loud. I'm sorry, Lita.
Dollar coins.
What is this?
Said. Cody do a cooking stream. Dollar coins. Said. Rattlesnake sandwich.
Okay, so skip track. Skip track. Maestro, what are you doing? Alright. So we could talk about that. So, cooking stream would be difficult. I would need another... It'd be possible. Absolutely possible. But it'd be difficult. So I need another long USB extension for this camera. Totally possible. I would run it from this room into the kitchen, which isn't too far. I think a 25-foot USB extension could do it. The rattlesnake part's difficult. Like, you don't want to find rattlesnakes. But it has happened here quite a few times, and especially baby rattlers. Like, they go looking for a territory, right?
Dollar coins. Said. Grilled cheese New Mexican style feet Laguna.
That would be possible.
O
Basically, you just
_L.
add green and red chili, and I don't know what else you'd add. It would probably be more like side dishes. You'd add some Mexican side dishes. But you definitely have to have green and red chili in the grilled cheese. That'd be pretty damn good, actually. Man, I'm hungry again. I want to go make the sandwich. So what the sandwich was? It was delicious. It was prosciutto on fresh,
Dollar
on a fresh submarine roll.
Pepper jack cheese.
Pepper jack, that's smart. That's smart. What I had earlier, and I'm gonna make another one either after the stream or if you get me hungry enough during this stream. It was it was fresh bread just made today. A submarine roll. It was prosciutto. It was provolone, Swiss, and some fresh
Dollar coins.
lettuce. And man,
Said.
I love that sandwich. I
I
want
like
another sandwich.
percutto is delicious.
Percato's so good, but no prosciutto. It's God, it's a weird Italian way to like really thin. I think it's pork, but it's super salty and it's got a really unique texture, and the fat comes out in a really nice taste. It's probably very unhealthy, but it's so tasty. It's so good. I couldn't even spell it for you right now because it's like PROCHIUTTO or something. So yeah, but it's good. It's good. I love it. I love it good. So that's what I was doing.
Dollar coins.
Yeah,
Said.
yeah, that's it.
It's hanged and dried out, I think, in the air.
Yeah, it's not fresh, right? It's slightly spoiled. Is part of how they do it, but you wouldn't call it spoiled because it's still edible and it doesn't have the bacteria. It doesn't have all that, right? That's part of it. That's why some of it can be hard, some of it can be very soft. But oh man, I love it. It's almost an addiction. It's so good. Maestro. Oh, he's coming in hard. The maestro is.
Ooh.
Oh dear. All right, now we're gonna switch tracks, maestro. Yeah, there we go. We need this vibe. Yeah, this is what I want.
Dollar coins.
Yeah.
Said. You can buy a whole leg, but it's crazy expensive, like $400 or $3K.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, I think it's $6. It's like $1 a very thin slice. It's expensive. It's expensive. So it's one of my treats. It's one of the, like, food is one of the things that like I really enjoy, right? A lot of people, that's the thing. But so that's one of my treats. Is I get some prosciutto and I make a nice sandwich. It's one of my treats. But yeah, you only get like 6 slices for $6 or something. And it's not even like high quality. It's like boar's head, right? Which is kind of neutral quality. Oh, I like these tracks. Came up with. I found. Let's see. Did this get any copyright claims yet? I want to know what works and what doesn't still. Not yet! It's weird. Some songs will get hit in certain videos and not in others, too. So the algorithm is very imperfect. Thank goodness. I don't want an all-powerful AI looking through all of the content put out there. No, thank you. Alright, I gotta share this stream. So, uno momento, por favor, amigo. Possibly amigos. Unlikely amigos. I think it's just amigo. Man, I want that sandwich now. Oh, did I say this somewhere smarter? Cody, how dare you do your work correctly? Probably hear that.
Weedengani said, "What up?"
Yo! Welcome, Wendigane. Not too much is up. Not too much. We're listening to music. We're hanging out. I'm drinking. We're chatting. I'm internet surfing, and we're talking about topics that come up. Just a good time all around. Welcome. Skip track. Metal's a little heavy for right now. Got some great metal tracks,
Weedengani
but we can do
said,
better.
"What you drinking, bro?"
Mid-tier at best vodka. It's not good vodka. It's Smirnoff. It's fine. It's doing the job. But, yeah, it's not quality. And I would rather have a low-tier tequila right now. But you work with what you got. It's kind of what we're all about over here at Ironverse Comics. You work with what you got. You work towards better things.
Weedengani said, "Ah, I know that one. But there are worse."
There are much worse, man. There are significantly worse. Like, again, it's like low mid-tier, right? Like, it's not bottom shelf, but it ain't even close to top shelf. It ain't even in the same shelf. same shelving unit, right? But it again does its job.
Weedengani said, "Do you watch anime?"
Oh, so much. What do you want to talk about? What are you talking about? Recently, new stuff. I haven't seen too much. I've seen. I'm not caught up on, but I watched Comey Can't Communicate. Wonderful story about very, very kind of sensitive issues on interpersonal, the inability to communicate. Right, this is what it is. Like me right now. But then I watched Kotaro Lives Alone, or Kotaro Lives Alone, something like that. That was really good. But otherwise, I've watched a lot of like late 90s anime, early to late 90s anime. I've watched a decent amount of early 2000s anime and a little bit of 2010s anime. But I'm not caught up on a lot of things. And there's a lot of things that like didn't vibe with me that I tried. But I do. I'm reading a lot of 90s manga right now as well. Skip track. There you go. We'll go with something like this. Something a little bit calmer. I'm gonna skip most of the heavier tracks right now. I'm not there. What about you? What are you watching? And dollar coins, if you're still here. What are you watching? You watching any anime, dollar coins?
Whedon Gani said, "Bro, to be honest, I don't watch much anime, but I've watched Black Lagoon recently and it's my favorite now."
I've heard and seen much of Black Lagoon. I haven't watched Black Lagoon, so I've seen people talking about Black Lagoon, particularly that dual pistol wielding, aggressive feminine character. I forgot her name. I believe it starts with an R. I saw a lot of her for like years doing the work I do, but I forgot her name. I do, but it seems pretty damn good. If you like action, violent action with a bit of like, I don't know, military vibe to it, because I believe it's a mercenary anime, right? I could be wrong, just talking, but yeah, a lot of people really love Black Lagoon. I am aware of it.
Gani.
Revy, R, I knew it. Yeah, I knew it. I remembered.
Said, "Sorry, I only draw grubby old Codus."
You have to keep going and quoting Arakawa. Alright, fine. Fair enough. I'm gonna have to read Full Metal Alchemist again. Here soon. This is what I'm reading. This is as far as I am into it. I was able to score one of the ultra rare fucking volumes of this, which bugs me, because there's another one that's still like $400 to get a hold of because they did not print enough. I'm probably not going to get that. But at some point, anyway, this is what I've been reading recently. So what this has pointed out to me, and I am a comic creator, is I'm wasting so much time. Not only like the mangaka model, right, but per panel. Skip track. Per panel, manga is able to condense ideas and thoughts so much better than Western comics and my own work. Like, I've wasted so much space and so many people's time with my work. It bothers me. Like, per panel, this work in particular, one idea.
Who is your
one idea at a
favorite
time per
superhero?
panel. Favorite superhero. So I'm biased. I write a series, right? So I have that character as my favorite. Jack Irons Steel Cowboy. But favorite superhero overall, it depends. There's three that have stuck with me like a very long time that I've read a lot of and that I really enjoy. That's Daredevil, Ghost Rider, and The Punisher. The one that tends to resonate the most with me, however, is The Punisher. John Constantine. I've read so much of the Vertigo era of Hellblazer. Like, he would be right up there too. If you're talking classical superhero with superpowers, it's probably Ghost Rider.
It's because Western comics have a limit per issue. Manga editors let their artists flesh out scenes as long as they need to, but sometimes manga artists are so good at it, they know how to condense too.
Yeah. That's the thing, and I've noticed like she is amazing at condensing the ideas. You'll have two sentences at most per panel in some cases. And the flow and the speed of which you absorb the story and you can enjoy the beats and the moments and the speed of which it's communicated to you is so much better than anything I've been able to communicate.
What is this?
This is making sure my stream will still hold. That's what this is. And alcohol. It's alcohol and making sure the stream will hold. We've gone an hour and 22 minutes. Stream is held. We've got an hour and 22 minutes. The alcohol has been absorbed. So I think we've succeeded on both parts of Life Bar. Also, welcome. Welcome, brother. This is just hanging out. It's just hanging out, drinking, chatting, seeing if the stream will. Because I did streaming. I did a 4.5 hour draw stream earlier, which if I remember correctly, you did stop by. Thank you. And then I tried to stream again after I went to town and did other things, and like the stream wouldn't hold for more than like a half hour at a time, and it bothers me. So we were checking after I cleaned the PC, ran antivirus software, all that stuff. If this is holding.
Yet I'm really
so far,
boring
so good.
when it comes to superheroes. My favorites are Spider-Man and Batman.
Man, Peter Parker's a wonderful character. I don't know if it's Peter Parker Spider-Man that's your favorite, but I love Peter Parker Spider-Man. The concepts that have been explored with his character, the arcs that they've been able to hit, even when they weren't really good, and some that are really, really good. Like, no shame in that. And Batman, man, Long Halloween, Serious House on Serious Earth, basically Long Halloween and oh god, what's the sequel? I have Dark Victory. I've read those. Long Halloween is my favorite like detective story I've read. Now I haven't read many detective stories, but out of what I've read, it's Long Halloween. I fucking love it. There's no shame in being a Batman and Spider-Man fan. That's not boring. That's just like you're choosing some incredibly long and storied and invested characters. There's nothing wrong with that. I wouldn't call that boring at all. I think those are great. I like Edge, right? So again, I'm a child of a biker, so I love Ghost Rider right away. When they hit the biker culture aspect. Daredevil, I love how the writers are able to use sensation as a communication device in a way that they can't really do for a lot of other characters. You'll get small amounts of it with Wolverine, which I also love, with his scent, right? You'll get a lot of that, but compared to Daredevil, it's night and day. And I love what Daredevil allows writers to do if they do him right. Like, just incredible. And Ghost Rider, again, I just love the culture. I love the imagery. Ghost Rider Road to Damnation, the artwork that Clayton Crane did for that character is what got me to be a comic creator. It's what got me invested in the medium and got me to actually put skin in the game, because it proved to me that the medium's potential was infinite. And for the little guy, you didn't have to be a multinational corporation to put out really, really awesome work. Some very imaginative and creative work. That's what Ghost Rider Road to Damnation proved to me. And then that introduced me to Garth Ennis, which I already liked Punisher because I loved old action movies. But then I read Punisher Max and what he was able to communicate through Frank Castle as a character and the arc that they managed to complete, and even Jason Aaron completed. And I don't really like Jason Aaron stuff, but he gave Punisher Max Frank a good ending, an ending that actually worked for the character, which I didn't think was possible. I didn't think anybody but Garth could do that, and Jason Aaron actually did that. So he'll always have my respect for that. A lot of other work he does, I do not like. I do not like at all. But how he finished Frank, I'll always appreciate. So there's a lot of, like, I like Frank because it's so grounded. It's so believable. It's so, like, possible. And in Punisher Max in particular, how grounded it'll go in terms of gore, in terms of reality, it really matters to me. Like, I think it's an
Whedon
important
Gani
thing to express
said,
in comics.
Peter Parker is definitely my favorite character. But yeah, I also like Daredevil and I hope he gets a video game. That game would be crazy. But I also love Wolverine.
So, if only the developers of a Daredevil game would have the balls to try and translate Daredevil's sensation into a visual medium, right? So not just do a video game where you just see Daredevil and it's all hyper realistic and you see everything. No. You do it almost like echolocation, right? So you'd only see visuals, quote unquote, when there's sound or when there's smell or when he's feeling something or I think that would be incredible. It'd be a stupid thing to attempt, and I don't think you could ever sell that to any like high-end publisher that would actually be able to fund such a video game. But I think that would be the coolest thing ever. Like, that's how I would want to see a Daredevil game, is the visuals are only communicated through other sensations. I think that would just be so damn cool, and it would be something that you couldn't do with any other character to the extent you could do with Daredevil. Just like the writers of the Daredevil comics can only do because of Daredevil. Right, I think that's the way you should approach it. I don't think anybody would ever have the balls to do it. But I think it would be really cool. I think that's how I'd love it. If you love Wolverine, I did do a Let's Play of Wolverine Origins, which is actually an incredible game on the channel. So just check out Ironverse Comics. Wolverine Origins Let's Play. I think I called it Wolverine in Quarantine because it was, the start of all the insanity. But it's a really fun game.
Where if it was something like the detective mode in the Arkham series.
Yeah, right? Something like that. Like, just be a little creative with it. Don't just give me straight visuals. This is Daredevil. If you're playing as Daredevil, you wouldn't have straight visuals. Huh, Lita? She's like, you keep me up. Sorry, man. You just have to deal with me for a little longer. But yeah, that'd be dope. I gotta answer something, so just enjoy the groove. Fit into that groove and enjoy it while I type away.
Whedon Gani said,
There we go.
Are you American?
Yes, sir. I am from New Mexico. So a lot of Americans don't even realize we exist, but we do. We're here. But yes, sir. I am American. Make a cowboy comic, good sir.
Weedengani said. Alright, just wanted to know, bro.
No worries, no worries. I don't know, my accent, un-American? I don't know. It's all good. I'm certain it's not average American. I've heard like I have some like California accent, but I don't know. I just have the accent I have. Both my parents were Californian, but I'm from New Mexico. It's been brought up a few times. Yo habla poquito español. Muy poquito español. Not very much Spanish. Just comes with where I live. But like, no, I'm all American. Very much so. Very much so. Alright, so far so good. Stream's holding. We hit an hour and a half. No worries. Alright. Wish I had something to like engage with you folks. We can try AI Dungeon again, but I'd like have to sign up for an account. I can turn on Quiplash if folks
Dollar coins said. I'm Spinnerunian.
I see.
Weedengani said. I'm Russian living in Germany.
Your English, and possibly German, is significantly better than any other language I speak. I can tell you that much. Well done, good sir, and welcome. I don't know how you found us, but you're very much welcome here. Apologies. I'm trying to find another tangent to latch on to. If you want to check out our work, issue number 1 is free to read. The link just posted in chat, ironversecomics.com. Explore. If you're interested in what we do, if you're a comics fan, if you're not, no worries. You're still welcome here. No tangents in presenting themselves. It's very sad.
Weedengani said. Just saw a live stream with not much viewers and thought I'd jump in.
Right on! I appreciate it. Yeah, no, this channel doesn't get too many viewers. Sometimes we'll get up to 8, right? But, it's, let me phrase it this way. It's intimate. Everybody gets to say something, and it's gonna be heard. Let's just say that. I appreciate that thought. It's very cool of you. Very cool of you. Earlier today, I did a draw stream. We do all kinds of different stuff here. A lot of gameplay stuff when I can't find the time to do other things. A lot of Elden Ring's been played on the channel recently. Did a 4.5-hour draw stream earlier. I do indie comic reviews, particularly crowdfunded indie comic reviews, but I've done other stuff. We talk about my work in particular. Again, we create... I call myself the editor-in-chief of Ironverse Comics, but I don't even know what title I'd call myself. It's a comics label. It's got like three titles in production under it, 2 of them that have manifested actual physical work. We're on issue 4 of Jack Irons. It's in production right now. It's shipped globally.
Dollar coins said.
It's interesting.
Check out our comics Jack Irons and Cactus Coyote.
Dollar Coins is another editor
said,
at Ironverse.
Did you have any success with your art already?
Significant
and could
success.
you show some?
Oh, I'm happy to. Wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm happy to. So this is our latest success. Right here. Yeah, I really need to put a vocal hotkey for this. Maestro? Maestro! Oh, I turned it on by accident. Oh, this is a good track. Oh well, we'll go back to that track. So I'm gonna play you the trailer for Jack Iron Steel Cowboy issues 1 through 4. This was our latest crowdfunded success. We funded in April. We're producing issue number 4 now. But this is the trailer we used. And this will give you an idea of what we do. Keep in mind, I had just learned video editing at the time. And I'm a writer and project manager, so I work with some wonderful artists. This is not my art, except for you can piece it together. Again, learn video editing. All right, so that was the pitch for issue 4, right? Used images from issues 1 through 3, animations that I've done with a wonderful collaborator, yada yada yada. So here's issue 1 on globalcomics.com. You can read it for free if you're actually curious to actually engage with the work.
Said, looks really interesting and the love the world okay hand sign.
All right. Well, thank you. If you're actually interested, I'm going to post a link to chat to issue number 1, totally free to read on globalcomics.com, right there in chat. This is what the work looks like, panel to panel. Oh, that was issue 2. My bad. Pages are up here. Yeah. It's an independent comic book. It's small press, but I think we do professional work. I'm very proud of our team and what we've been able to accomplish. I think we put out a beautiful product and a very unique one that you will not find anything of its like anywhere else. Also, it's a story and a tale that you won't be able to find outside of comics. I don't think it could be communicated quite correctly outside of this medium. So if you're curious, please check it out. Links in chat. Again, as Dollar Coins has mentioned, you check out iversecomics.com and you can read this alongside a manga that we produce called Cactus Coyote. That is it's a bit different, but it takes place in the same universe. We're building a full-on universal comics.
What do you think about the Raimi Spider-Man?
So 1 through 3, 1 is good, 2 is excellent, 3 is terrible. 2 is really good. 2 is really good.
Whedon Gani said, "Oh, and I'll check your comic out."
I appreciate that. I hope you enjoy it when you do. It's not like, it's super esoteric. It's got some very big ideas explored in an interesting way. I hope people have appreciated it. So I think we're on the right track. But yeah, I gotta watch them again. But I know I love 2.
Said, Raimi Spider-Man is campy, which makes it good. 3 is indeed subpar.
3, they just crammed too many villains. They had some bad casting. Tobey Maguire, or not Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire's great. What's his name? Topher Grace was just a terrible choice for Venom. And they just crammed so many villains into one thing that his directorial style couldn't save that script. But otherwise, 1 and 2 are great. 1 is a great introductory to it. I like MJ's casting. Tobey Maguire's great. The shots he does, how they approached it. I really like 1 and 2. Spider-Man 1 and 2 are great. Seeing them again in No Way Home was a lot of fun. And seeing Sam Raimi do Multiverse of Madness, I really liked Multiverse of Madness. It was a MCU horror movie. I was very surprised to see a MCU horror movie, and he had so much Evil Dead influence in it. It was great to see because I'm an Evil Dead fan. I really am. I love Sam Raimi when he gets to do his super indie, super like crazy camera work. I love Sam Raimi when he can do that, and you got some of that in Spider-Man 1 and 2, but not as much as you got in Multiverse of Madness. And I really liked that he was able to just lead into his like, this is what I do with Multiverse. Some people didn't like it, and I totally get it. The plot's not great. Scarlet Witch as the movie monster works, but it's not like, it's a very simple movie monster, and it's not what people would have wanted from Scarlet Witch over like her history in the MCU. But Spider-Man 1 and 2, man, they're really good. They're really good. Spider-Man 3 is tolerable, and we got some great memes from it, right? Goth Toby doing his dance will be irreplaceable for all time. But 1 and 2, with 2, Doc Ock's casting was wonderful. There's some great moments. Him holding the building crumbling over MJ almost straight from the comics. There's a few moments where it's like Spider-Man's really testing his strength that are just incredible. And he did great work.
Said, I didn't watch it yet, but I'll check it out just because of Raimi.
If you watch it as like a Sam Raimi
Coins.
near horror film,
Said,
it's great.
She is that in the comics. House of M and Avengers Dissembled. She's insane.
Yeah, and that's what she was. She was a movie monster. She was a movie monster in Multiverse.
But I personally love the trilogy.
Well, good. Right on. I'm glad to hear that. Like, it's good. 3 is watchable. Like, it's not a complete trash fire. It's just, it's not, the script was not great. The script was not as good as 2 or as 1. It just wasn't. And there wasn't so much like these actors could save, and some of the casting, again, was not where I would have went. But it's still doable. Still doable. But yeah, I totally recommend seeing Multiverse of Madness. I'm a big Doctor Strange fan as well. And I loved it from that perspective.
I'm surprised they had not brought in the Beyonder into the movies yet.
Right? The Beyonder's a great character. I think he's just too much. I think they're trying to walk the line between grounded and esoteric, like even with Doctor Strange, which kind of sucks. But
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
Oh no, dirt in my eye. Beyonder, I love the character concept. I would love to see a Secret Wars, right, where Beyonder plucks out all the heroes and villains and has them fight amongst each other. But they haven't introduced Doom. They haven't introduced the Fantastic Four. We need X-Men. We need a lot of very specific characters for that plot line to work. But I think they really are trying not to go as esoteric, again, as occult, as the Marvel Comics actually went with a lot of these concepts, like the Beyonder. Like Thanos and the Infinity Stones, and particularly the Infinity Stones, as far as they went, and they still tried to ground them in science fiction instead of mysticism. And the Infinity Stones are very much more mysticism than science fiction. I think they're afraid of that. You saw that with Thor as well. Oh, well, they're just an advanced alien race.
Dollar coins. Said. Beyonder was revealed in Illuminati to be an Inhuman with a mutant X gene, which has elevated his powers greater than mutants and Inhumans.
I didn't know that. I didn't read Avengers Illuminati. I didn't. I read a little bit of Planet Hulk, and I think you read a lot of Planet Hulk, and that's where it came from, right? Like that whole set of plot lines where they're getting rid of Hulk had to do with the Illuminati and a few other things. I know they're making Namor Mayan instead of Atlantean. Like, there's been hubbub about that the last couple days. Is that he's Mayan and no longer Atlantean. That bugs me a little bit. Again, it's that trying to remove the mysticism.
For how long will this stream go?
I couldn't tell you. Wendigo. I couldn't tell you. My hope is it doesn't crash. So once I'm done, I'm getting hungry, but I might make the sandwich not off stream, but like during a pause, and I might eat. So it could keep going then too. Basically till I'm done. That could be hours from now. That could be in 20 minutes. It's not. I know that's not very helpful. but maybe gives you an idea. Part of the point of this stream was my PC was having problems earlier with another stream, and we were trying to prove that that's not consistent, and so far it is not consistent. So I think we've succeeded in that goal. So the stream now just is me hanging out. So when I'm done hanging, I'll let the robot lady say this quote because I agree. Come on, robot lady, you can do it.
Whedon Gani said, "Man, I want vodka right now. Dollar coins."
I have a bit of a shot to finish that I will drink
Yet
for you.
Illuminati comics start out in the golden age of Marvel. I think the first issue of Illuminati is drawn in 40s style to show that they were all in it since forever.
That's very cool. Like, the concept of it I really liked. I think the same as like the real world, I think powerful people, they will inevitably bump against each other as their power grows, and they'll
Whedon
either
Gani
join forces or fight.
said,
And the smarter
"Thanks,
thing
bro."
is to join forces. Cheers, salud. I don't know what to say in Russian or German as a cheers, right? I got salud for you. That's what I got. I might need more chaser before I finish this, but we're about done. We're about done with this bottle. I think it's got one more shot in it. That might be part of how the stream ends. Eventually, when the alcohol gets too much. Which has happened to me on the stream before. I did a very long stream for issue number 3's like finish. Or no, it's intro. Issue number 3's intro. I did a drinking stream per backer. God, I did like 15 shots
Whedon
that
Gani
night. And I got so sick.
said,
But I lasted the whole stream.
German,
And then I got super
cross
sick.
Russian, N.A. Storovaya. Dollar coins.
Said, oh, that's great.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
Richard C. Meyer said that about assholes on army bases, that even if they are in different camps, they'll somehow gravity to each other and form a group.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Like, that's just nature, right? The tribalism. And so if you're at a certain level, you either have to, if you can't beat them, join them, becomes like a rule. And I think that's just any kind of power structure. That's how it goes. We see it all the time. They pretend that's not a thing because it serves them to pretend that it's not a thing. But it's very much a thing. It's very much a thing again and again. Anywho, Maestro! Maestro! Yeah, there we go. We need some music again. But yeah, IronVerseComics.com if you want to check out our work. It has very much to do. It's very anti-authoritarian. If we're talking about that. So if you want to stick to the man, it's kind of what we do.
Oh, also I sub.
Oh, why didn't it give me an alert? I swear I have alerts enabled. It's supposed to do like a thing. But thank you. I'll do a thing. Thank you. You know what? Maestro? Wait. Okay. This is for you. Dance party. Dance party over. That was for you. That was for you. It's very loud, very annoying, and it's all yours. Maestro? Alright. Hopefully I didn't destroy your ears. Hopefully I did not destroy your eardrums, but that's what we do around here apparently. It was boogie time indeed, though, of course. I couldn't hear the boogie because there's too much boogie going on. But we boogied. We boogied on down. We stole all the IP for that. Just all of it. Fat Spider-Man and everything. I don't know who made that Fat Spider-Man. Whatever. It's entertaining. Man, I want that sandwich now. Let's see. I guess I'll put it on over there. Maybe we'll snag it. A couple folks would be wonderful, but it's not a big deal. Ooh. Birds for you, folks. Excuse me, brother. Trust me, I'm usually more polite than that. Oh.
Reading says, I'm actually trying to become an artist, and yet any tips for a women's anatomy?
So any tip I give you would be a joke right now. I am a terrible artist. I will show you my artwork that I did earlier on stream. I'm not an artist. I work with artists. Like, this is what I did on stream. I do cartoony stuff at the moment. I don't do, like, I can't do actual anatomy. I'm no good at that. Like, I'm not an artist. I can do very bad cartoony stuff. Dollar Coins is a bit more of an artist, who's also in chat and works at ironversecomics.com, or Ironverse Comics overall. He might have a tip or two. For me, no. Like, the joke I give is like, nice boobs and breasts, right? Like, that's not a tip. I wish I could help you. My artist, Maxi Dallo, he's an Argentinian. Let me show you his kind of work. You can see one at the bottom. You can see one over here. But let me see if I can bring her forward.
Said, need more Jackie Irons.
Oh, I guess that's another artist I work with called Illustrator Monk. He did this one.
Learn muscle sections and names. Try to learn realistic art of human anatomy. After you have that down, break out into your own style that appeals to you.
There you go. That sounds like a good tip to me. I'd sign off on that tip. But yeah, I don't know. Needs more Jackie Irons. So we have one Jackie Irons here. There's another Jackie Irons. Illustrator Monk, incredible at female anatomy. Does very beautiful, tight, non-super exaggerated women. Like he's got a taste, and it's a good taste. I've seen a lot of female anatomy that is very much overdone. That, like, I guess it's to somebody's taste, but it ain't to mine. Illustrator Monk, he does beautiful ladies, and that is, oh god, that piece right there is by Illustrator Monk.
Said, thanks. Now I know how to draw hentai.
Right. Right. That's where you're going. That's where we're going with all this. You're welcome. Hentai tips by Ironverse Comics. More tentacle. That's what I'd say. Oh god. Okay. But no, like this Maxi, our artist, he doesn't do
dollar coins.
Beautiful women.
Said,
he does rough.
Hit me with newspaper.
He hits you with the newspaper.
Eliza Bar.
So this is what we do.
Said, draw bazongers and bay donka donk.
Bay donka donk indeed. Why did she make the A long? Bay donka donk. What in the word badonka implied bay donka to this AI?
Eliza Bar. Said, LUL.
Well, like what implied bay donka donk? I don't know. Robot lady needs to work on her pronunciation and enunciation. That's all I'm gonna say. Or else she's gonna have to find a new job. Oh god, I keep turning on the light on this camera. But yeah, our artist doesn't really do beautiful women. Now we have another artist at Ironverse Comics who very much does. Let me see if I can find that panel.
Eliza Bar. Said, Bay donka donk vs Burton donk. Let's take the whole pants off.
All the pants. We're going full. Well, no, commandos. You might still wear pants, but you have no underwear, right? Either way, we're going at least commando. I need to go cut panels, don't I, for that? I'm gonna find an image. I'm gonna find it, and I'm gonna be like, this is Andrea Boscolo. He does female anatomy quite well as well. But I gotta find it. Ooh, that's a good one. We'll go with this page. This is a page from Cactus Coyote Ashcan, which is coming with issue number 4 of Jack Iron's Steel Cowboy. So there's some female anatomy from Andrea Boscolo. I think in this page he made the tits a little flat, just how the perspective works. And there was only so much Steve Cannon could do to add shading to him, make it a little bit more vavoom.
Said.
But
Anatomy.
Anatomy indeed. Let me find. There's a better image though. It's the cocktail waitresses. Doll Coins knows what image I'm looking for. I have it cut out. It exists. But yeah, Maxi Dallo, he's a very stylized artist, and his stuff looks rough. It's just part of the bit. So beauty isn't quite part of his stylistic choices. So it's hard for Jack Irons to communicate that in its own work. But and for me, like I'm no talent. I could not draw you beautiful. I could draw you a hideous monstrosity of a woman. Oh come on! I had that panel cut out. Did I move it? I might have moved it. But if you want like tech, and you want ruins, and you want grime, and you want horror, and you want edge, and you want the apocalypse, Maxi's fucking incredible. But I'm looking for something that's not that. Where is it? Oh come on! It's not cut out here. I failed you. It exists. I will find it. It's just I'm not finding it fast enough, which means I failed you all. I'm so sorry. Here, you can look with me. If you see it, let me know. Skip track. Something a little bit more interesting, please. Slightly more interesting. It's got that whistle feel to it. I'll take it. I have it cut out. Dollar coins. I do.
Said. Did you drink the whole bottle?
Not tonight. No. This has been like many nights. I say many. It's been like 5 nights. Almost done though. I've got one more shot to it. But I'm saving that. There's going to be a special occasion for it. I don't know what that occasion is going to be yet. I'll find it. You will not hide from me. Well, there's the Cactus Coyote page, but I know it's up here. Here's another wonderful image from Illustrator Monk. He knows how to do the badonkadonk. But that's not who we're looking for. We're looking for Andrea Boscolo, our wonderful Italian stallion friend. This is Andrea Boscolo doing Cactus Coyote, but that's not what we're looking for. It is, but it's not. That image isn't what we're looking for. I know I have it. Because I've used it many times in promo.
Whedon Gani said. Man, I have the problem. Once I open a vodka bottle I can't stop, but I like the picture's smirking face.
I'll take all of that. That's all good things. Maybe it's in Cactus Coyote. If not, I can show you the full page. The full page definitely exists in this. Let it load. My filing system's terrible. I'm sure most people looking at this are like, what the fuck? But it works for me. Okay, there's the full page. We'll just go with the full page. There you go. Some alien ladies with some decent female anatomy. See, these ones don't come off as flat as that other image is showing. These definitely don't come off as flat. This is small, but still sexy. But yeah, there's some female anatomy for you. but I don't have any personal tips for it. The fair sex tends to elude me. Skip track.
Whedon Gani said, "Nice."
Nice indeed. Nice. All right, we'll take that. That's what I was looking for. I have one where I just cut out that specific panel, but whatever. Whatever. Oh, here's some dollar coins art so that you can kind of take him at his word. This is actually really cool. She showed up in the manga, but I don't believe she does not show up in the Ash King. This is Lucky Eye Catch. She is a living sun. So cool. So cool. Man, one day they will understand the awesomeness you have created, dollar coins, as much as I understand it. There's so much killer content in Cactus Coyote that is down on script that I have read and enjoyed, that I have laughed and appreciated at. Oh my god. We'll get there. But this is Lucky Eye Catch. She is a living star. She is a Anu. Is she a marshal? I think she's a marshal, but I don't remember. She might be a deputy. Either way, it's a very high-ranking Anu agent.
Dude, that actually looks so good.
Yeah, dollar coins. Wonderful, wonderful artist. Very underappreciated. Very underappreciated. I will show you the manga. It's a gag manga, so it's got some goofy proportions here and there. But, folks been... Not too many. You got like 35,000 views on it. Not too many have slept on it, but folks have slept on this thing. Yeah. So we'll just go through it. I'll put the link to chat, link in chat if you want to read that as well. But it's also on ironversecomics.com where you can read issue number 1 of Jack. Reads right to left like manga does. So if you're against that, I'm sorry. Wonderful piece of storytelling. This flow's great. His lettering's great. His ink work's great. I love his work. There's a reason I have partnered with this fella on the work I do. I fucking love it. Even the noodle arms, dollar coins. Even the noodle arms. I love your paneling. He got his boob shots. I love your inking. Super fun. Your spaceship designs are so fun. Your pacing is great. How you introduce ideas and concepts is really fun. There's Lucky Eye Catch. That's her peers. Like, he's got a whole panel where the boobs are just bouncing. Like, what more could you want? Yeah. Check this out too if you're interested. Reads right to left. It's a manga.
Eliza Barr.
There's our Berserk
said,
reference.
If the mangaka for Akira can take the time to redraw his panels after they've been flipped to read left to right, there's no excuse for manga to be backwards. Kappa.
I disagree. But that, I mean, if Otomo would do it, I can't argue against Otomo, but I am so fine with reading manga right to left. It makes no difference to me at this point. Some people it really does. You ask traditional comics fans to read manga, and that's like the number one thing that like comes up. It's like, dude, why am I having to read this backwards? I'm like, dude, use your brain. just let it mangle a little bit. Let it jump from panel to panel.
Barr said, he totally did so the buttons on people's uniforms were on the correct side of their jacket.
Well, and he's working with I think didn't he publish through Dark Horse as well, like Berserk has been published, right? Like they won't flip Berserk, and I'm so fine with that. But I get like back when. So this was the time where we were still calling anime Japanimation, right? We were calling it Japanimation because it hadn't really broken through. It was still this super niche thing. And so, as a mangaka, you got interest from Western publishers. you know and love your
Eliza
work, and you want to specifically
said,
communicate in a certain way.
Akira was published
Oh,
through
really?
Marvel originally.
Was it published through Epic? Like Marvel's imprint Epic? Because that would make sense to me. But it might not have been published through Epic. But that makes sense. Marvel's like, this is fucking good. That's cool. They wouldn't dare do anything that cool anymore, though. Marvel's square now. They wouldn't dare do something that's culturally significant. Or publish anything as culturally significant as Akira. But that's very cool. I didn't know Otomo actually went and redrew his panels for Western audiences. That's incredible. That is a super level of dedication. When Viz was republishing Dragon Ball, they just flipped that shit. They're like, fuck it, we'll just flip it, make it bigger, put it in a floppy. People eat Dragon Ball up, and people did eat Dragon Ball up anyway. They did that for Pokemon as well. I forgot what else they did that for, but like at that period, right? I was talking about this before because I thought it was neat, because I'm reading Simpsons comics from the 90s as well, and I saw there's a specific Bart Simpson comic B-plot where it's very much like the Jim Pokemon plot from South Park, where it's just like
Eliza
Western animators threatened
said,
by Eastern animators.
Yet I
which is
think
great.
that went through Epic.
It was Epic. Okay, that makes
Then
sense.
after the mid-90s,
Dark Horse.
Dark Horse,
Okay.
I think,
Okay. Yeah,
got the
right.
license and printed those big soft-bound omnibuses.
That's it. I need to read Akira. I've watched Akira. Visually incredible, the movie, right? Every time I've gone back to read the manga, I've been like, why didn't I just read the manga? So I'm assuming the same with Akira. I'm assuming Akira deals with a lot more than what the movie could handle in its, runtime, like most even series do. So I need to check out Akira. Otomo is a massive influence to Maxi. Maxi is a huge fan of Akira. So from that perspective, for inter-team dynamics at Ironverse Comics, I need to read Akira. And I think it's reasonable. It's not this long-running, massive series. It lasted. It's not as small as the movie would make it think, but yeah.
Dude, Akira the manga
5%.
and Akira the movie are completely different
5%.
experiences. There's maybe 5% relationship.
That's insane. I'm gonna have to then. 5%. That's crazy. Maxi liked Otomo for his cityscapes and how he communicates action. You can see that in Jack. He'll balance Otomo kind of work with Frank Miller and Mike Mignola kind of work, which is why Jack comes off so damn cool. But man, 5%? Okay, to be fair, the closest analogy is like if you watched Battle Angel Alita the movie and then read the manga, which is what I did, and that's about 5%. So I can imagine the difference. So I've got to read Akira. Okay, that's going on the list. It's been on the list, but it's going higher on the list.
Said, I also didn't like manga anime before when I only read Marvel DC comics. I don't know why, but I know back in the day I thought it just looked ugly, but now I'm a changed man. For better or for worse.
We all change over time, man. We all change. Anime introduced me to what animation could be with a more adult edge, adding gore, adding violence, adding sophistication, right?
Said, if I lived near you, I'd loan you my
No
volumes.
worries.
Also, that one explosion scene where the city is being annihilated in the manga was drawn with tens of thousands of individual pen strokes instead of a black ink brush.
I gotta look at this again. Now I appreciate it with that perspective. You're talking about this, I think. And if you're talking about this, that is insane. Which is kind of what Maxi does, though. But I think Maxi uses. I'm gonna have to ask him because I don't know if he's a pen or a brush guy. I think he uses brushes. But you're talking about this, right? Tens of thousands of individual pen strokes. I could see that. If you're talking about this scene, which is a poor translation of it, is there a better
Dollar
one?
coins.
Maybe this one.
Said. Pig nose.
Pig nose
Eliza
indeed.
Bark. Said. Yeah, the black dome is individual pen strokes.
To get it that thick of a black? With pen strokes? That's insane. I know Maxie, you'll see it in his cityscapes. This kind of city work. That's where he took influence from, and I am so fucking privileged to work with that artist. He can be very flaky. He's an artist. But when he delivers, he fucking delivers. So that's the balance I've had to learn to live with. To get this kind of work, right? You can see it. Watch. Issue number 2 of Jack will open. We'll do, if I can find his inks.
Reading Gani. Said. How often do you stream per week?
When I can, which is a terrible answer, and I'm so
Eliza
sorry
Bark.
about that.
Said.
Usually about twice.
Otomo has my respect for all that effort, and for actually requiring the movie to be animated at 24 FPS for its entire length, when the industry standard was 12 FPS.
12? I mean, the animation in Akira is beautiful. Like, it is an industry standard. It's so good. I just want to open it with... Okay, I guess we'll just open it this way. You guys saw it. So I just wanted it to open it in the browser as well, so it was easier to show. Like, side by side. Like, he's no Otomo, of course. But you could see the influence. Right? Like, I'm not dumb for seeing the influence, right? Let me get this out. So, that's the thing. Like, very privileged to work with this individual. He, again, can be kind of flaky with the schedule, but when he delivers, he delivers. And I'm happy. Like, Jack's work arrives when it needs to arrive. And that's all it needs to do. Be great if we could do faster. Be great, but you can see it. And so, he went ahead and put an Akira homage in issue number 4, which I was so stoked for.
This was a fun tangent.
I agree.
Smiley face.
I agree. We've hit a lot of fun tangents this one. From Marvel probably gonna meet Puppet Stan Lee here soon in Marvel movies. That was a tangent we hit when you weren't here, Eliza Barr, and I am not looking forward to that. Let's just say that. How it was phrased is they want to do it tastefully and they want to use old audio recordings. At least that's what I got out of it. But my guess is they're going to pull a Peter Cushing, right? They're just going to fucking do a CGI and then use an AI to reconstruct the voice from previous voice clips of Stan Lee. And then, boom, Stan Lee lives again forever. He never stops working. The man does not get to rest. That bothers me. That was one tangent we hit. We talked about street food for a while. That was fun. Made me hungry. I'm still hungry. I need to eat something. I don't remember what else. We probably talked about alcohol for a little while because that's a segment of this stream. But yeah, Otomo, wonderful mangaka and a beautiful influence, and very stoked. Very stoked. How often do I stream a week though? Again, I try to stream about twice a week. Sometimes I stream much more. Sometimes I stream much less. I would say on average it's about twice a week, and it's not scheduled. Like Monday, we'll usually have a stream. Tuesday might not, it might. Wednesday might not, it might. It depends on one of the gigs I do. Because it could happen either a Tuesday or Wednesday. We decide Tuesday. Thursday might have a stream. Friday will not unless I'm feeling good after work. Saturday will not unless I'm feeling good after work. Sunday, same thing. Sometimes I do though. Monday will usually have a stream. That's the best I could tell you. But it's usually twice a week. I would like to be more consistent with my schedule, but I am just terrible. I'm just terrible at being consistent. In everything I do, I'm just terrible at being consistent. But yeah, man, Otomo's so good. I'm gonna have to read that, Akira. I'm gonna have to. If nothing else, I'll read it like I read Berserk, which is digital. Looks like it would totally be worth it. It should be worth it. It's an industry fucking standard. It's a legendary work. I don't even know what else Otomo did. It's so legendary. It's one of those works where it's like, do you even follow it up, man? Skip track. Give me something fun. Give me something fun, please. This isn't fun. Skip track. Skip track. Fine, voice bot. I'll do it myself. That last one could have been fun.
Weedengani said, "Do you watch MMA?"
No, I respect MMA quite a bit. I'm a big Bruce Lee fan. More of his philosophy than his physicality, but it helped spawn MMA. And so from that bit, like I wouldn't even say I paid attention, but I have an ear open to it when it comes my way. But no, I don't. I couldn't honestly say I do. I couldn't. But I super respect it. Like, if you're gonna fight, you might as well fucking fight. And that's a lot of MMA, right? Like, you don't need super soft gloves. You don't need to restrict yourself. You learn the styles you need to learn, and you execute the combat. Like, I super respect that. But no, I couldn't even name fighters for you.
Do you know McGregor?
I have heard of Colin McGregor many, many, many times. But I do not know him, no. I couldn't say, like, I follow anything. I don't know his fight records. I don't know his styles. I don't, I couldn't
Eliza
answer
Barr
that.
said, "Have you ever read Rikio?
Nope.
It's the most cracked out manga you'll ever
Cracked
see.
out. Cracked
It
out.
starts with hyperviolence in a prison,
Okay.
introduces a character whose design was stolen for M. Bison,
Okay, I know M. Bison.
and turns into the lost 13th tribe of Israel, cloning a super being to rule the universe."
I'm glad you phrased that as cracked out, so none of what followed surprised me. Because otherwise, my mind would have exploded on the spot, and you folks would have been, trying to inform the police of my death. That's incredible. Riki O. Let's look at this shit. I want to see the art from a mangaka who came up with that. And it might be a team, right? But even like the artist who would jump on board with that. Riki O. Images. Okay. It follows like Fist of the North Star, kind of. From the one image you showed. Yeah, okay. It's very much Fist of the North Star. But there's M. Bison character. Okay. There's the M. Bison character you're talking about.
Eliza Barr said, "There's also an awesomely gory public domain movie based on the first arc."
It's public domain.
Weedengani said, "His style is very similar to Bruce Lee's if he would fight for real in bouts."
Yeah, Jeet Kune Do, it's a style without style, right? So most MMA fighters technically practice Jeet Kune Do, even if they don't. Because it's finding your own path through various styles. So again, Bruce Lee's influence in the creation of MMA is inescapable. His flow like water philosophies, again, massive influence to me. I've practiced very little martial arts, but the little I have done has done great good for myself. I've certainly slacked on it over the years, though. Oh, let me see the paneling of this. This looks incredible. Sandy! Wait, you idiot! And then look at that panel. It's nonsense, and I love it. He's crazy. There's no way you could save anyone inside that fire. Sandy! Hanako. Oh god, he ran into a fire to save someone. So that's what that's communicating
Gani
is flame.
said.
Oh, that's an incredible
What
way to
martial arts
communicate
did you
flame.
do?
A little Tai Chi, a little boxing, a little
Eliza Bar.
honestly, I started with Jeet
Said.
Kune Do, guys.
Rikio is a life-changing read.
How he's communicating flame right here is incredible. I really like how he's doing that. Like, I wouldn't know it was flame without context, but now that I know it's flame, I really like how he's communicating it. You can feel the heat. You can feel like when you're looking through fire, the distortion. You can feel the insanity of having to deal with that level of energy. I really like it. Skip track. Sorry I have to skip that track. It was very on theme. Oh, that's really cool. And it's even kind of rough, right? Like his proportions kind of weak here. But it doesn't even matter because it's communicating through... I really like this. Like, look at this proportion. It's terrible. It's terrible and I love it. This is like the Hulk, but really poorly done. Like, look at those feet. Like, I couldn't do feet that good, but they're not good feet. And yet it just communicates this savage, again, drooling monstrosity that I'm sure the main character's going to have to fight. That's great. Oh my god. Riki O. Give me a second. I'm going to see if the story of Riki, is that really what it's called? Okay, well that's the movie. I'm not looking for the movie. I'm looking for the manga. He's trying to sell me Roku and turmeric. Oh, now it's trying to sell me Super Smash Bros. Apparently the manga does not exist, but it's trying to sell me the movie. Okay, oh well. I'm sure there's a fan sub, or fan, I say sub, fan translation out there I could read. It's super influenced by Fist of the North Star, though. There's no way it's not. Oh, look, the eyeball. That guy is getting fudged up. Life. It changes to the 13th tribe of Israel creating a super being. That pitch alone was I still need to read, oh god, Golgo 13.
Eliza Bar
But
said. I think the only publication of the manga outside of Japan was from Hong Kong 30 years ago.
yes and no. You're reading a fan sub. Gotcha. That's fine. It's not the first time I've read a fan sub or a fan translation. Cool. This looks... the plot sounds crazy. I'm gonna have to watch the movie just because it said public domain. We might do a watch on this channel then if it's public domain. It's crazy. Look at this guy.
Eliza Bar
Look at that face.
said. Watch some of the movie Man. You won't believe your eyes at the hyper-violence.
Well, I mean, look at this guy. He's chopping off his own arm, and I'm not sure why. God. So this mangaka was good, but like his anatomy wasn't great. Like, look at that hand. That is not a good hand. Again, better than I could do, but that's not saying much. And I saw those feet too. Hands and feet are hard. I'm not giving this guy shit, but he was still able to like convey that. Look at this. Like part of his chest is open and missing. And this guy's like, "What are you doing?" He's carving his hand off, man. Isn't it obvious? What the hell is going on?
Gani said. Dude be looking like the Hulk.
Dude be looking like the Hulk indeed. Look at this guy. There's a lot of Hulks. Hulk hand, dude. Smash through a wall, crush a dude's head, as one does. Riki O, I've never heard of this. Look at this!
Eliza Bar said. I think Isuko is like half gorilla or something, so we can excuse the anatomy.
Honestly, it's a comic, man. I can excuse the anatomy on any comic as long as the story works, right? So, like you said, half gorilla, totally works. Like even this, right? put that next to, not Bronson. Who was the artist? Oh, that's gonna bug me. Put it next to the Fist of the North Star artist. Like, this is really bad anatomy. It's not bad art, but it's not good anatomy. And that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's the point. Like, just tell me a good story. And the hyperviolence. Like, look at this. There's a severed arm right there, man, just flying in the air. And this guy's a quadriplegic now. There's a head. Just a head and a foot flying. What is this? What did you lead me to, Eliza Barr? I have to look at this. Okay, there's the M. Bison guy. What is this? Like, that's terrible. That is terrible. And I don't care. He's kicking a bunch of rocks at dudes and they're gonna explode. That's all I need. Just give me a good comic. I don't care if it's technically proficient. That never matters. Just entertain me. Dance, monkey, dance. That's all I need. This definitely looks like
Eliza
it's gonna
Barr
do it.
said,
Fuck, I thought Punisher
"The
Max was
scales have fallen
hyperviolence.
from your eyes. You can see the world, the blood, bone, and marrow."
Well, see, that's the thing, right? Like, I thought Punisher had hyperviolence. But then again, so, like, my biggest, exploration into Japanese hyperviolence was the movie Machine Girl. And this was years ago. And like, it was hilarious. Machine Girl's hilarious. And I forgot what comic publisher has the rights to Machine Girl now, but they were putting out issues not too long ago. So I'm used to it being like way over the top, like Japanese hyperviolence. Like, I've seen it. But this is a wonderful expression of it. Like, compared to Western hyperviolence, which I'm used to from, again, say Punisher Max. I can't even think of anything else that compares to Punisher Max's hyperviolence. And when Frank's doing hyperviolence, it's very clean. This is kabuki theater levels of hyperviolence, which is, it definitely is a whole different thing. Like, look at this. Here we go. Here's the movie. Took a panel straight from the manga because we saw that earlier. Look at that. Access denied. Well, I'm the site owner. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Whedon Gani said, "Deadpool is also pretty violent."
That's true. Deadpool tries to put the comedic spin on it, which would lead more towards that kabuki theater flavor, right? You're very right. You're very right. You are incredibly correct, good sir. Okay, Riki O. I'm gonna have to find that. That's crazy.
Eliza Barr said, "Back in the day, The Daily Show used to clip from this movie for a certain segment. Where
Really?
a guy gets his head exploded.
Good on them! I know there was a time where you could pull that off, and I'm glad that they did that. Couldn't do it anymore. Like, I don't even know what's gonna happen, it's street. But like, yeah, it's insane. It's insane. The Daily Show, man. Incredible. Incredible. What are you trying to say, sport? Okay. Alright, sport, I got you, bro. Alright, folks. I'm hungry. Very hungry. I don't know if you have the patience to wait for me to make a sandwich. But I totally want to make a sandwich. Eliza Barr, I think everybody else left. No, I'm kidding.
Eliza Barr said, "Man, I want to stay up and watch Riki O now."
Let me see here. It's not the first one? There it is, Prime. It's on Prime. Currently unavailable to watch my
Dollar
location.
Points said,
Llama.
Eliza Barr said, I didn't mean to scare your audience off.
You didn't. Obviously, Dollar
You
Coins
know.
is still here, and I think Nay might still be here. It's just my restream data is as inaccurate as ever. But you can't watch Rikio, the story of Riki on Prime. It's unavailable in my region. You bastards. Oh, I bet it's on YouTube. There you go.
Even Gunny.
Well, that's an episode. No, that's Wang
Yes, I'm
talking.
here.
Yeah, so my restream data is just terrible. Oh, come on. Somebody's got to have it on YouTube.
Dollar Coins. Said. Ricky O is classic.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I've never seen it. So we might watch it. If I can find it. It's got to be on YouTube. It's got to be. If it's public domain, it's got to be. Okay, there's scenes. There's the kill count. There's people talking about it. There's the trailer. Oh, there's an anime, too. There's the trailer.
Elijah Barton. Said. The U.S. distributor of the film went bankrupt and it was in the public domain because of that. I watched it on /Google videos / do you even
Google
remember
Video.
that?
Barely,
LOL.
man, before they bought YouTube, huh? Okay, so I've got fight scenes, I've got reactions, but I'm not finding it. Somebody's got to upload it. If it's public domain, even if it wasn't public domain, I don't mind putting it on the stream. Keep showing Prime. Oh, that's probably good. Well, that's movies like. I actually want it. Okay, that doesn't help me. Thank you. Just watch. That'll probably happen. Play. That's the trailer. I don't want the trailer. Is this the movie? That's the trailer too. I don't want the trailer. No. I want the full movie. If it's public domain, why is it so hard to find? Here we go. This site's got to have it. It's Middle Eastern. Middle Eastern sites never lie.
Dollar Coins. Said. It's broken into parts on Daily Motion.
Ooh, okay. That's our second shot if this doesn't work. This looks like this will work though. I mean, we have to read Arabic. Oh my god. Oh my god, we gotta watch this. He just punched a fat guy in the gut. Shit.